She jabbed her finger into the air and screamed into her phone, staring directly at me. Yes, 911. I'm reporting a suspicious black man driving a Rolls Royce through our gated neighborhood. Yes. He looks threatening. Before we continue, if you're watching our video for the first time, you're highly welcome to Elliot Stories. Please bless and support us by hitting that subscribe button. Turn on your notification bell to get notified for more edifying stories coming your way tomorrow and never to miss any. Share to friends who love stories filled with twist and morals and loved ones who loves respect and justice no matter the cost. Where are you watching from? Please tell us in the comments. We love seeing how far our story travel. To our high esteemed subscribers, lovely new viewers, and our first-time subscribers, we appreciate your support in growing this community. Your engagement fuels these powerful stories. It was a bright Saturday morning, the kind where the sky glows a crisp blue and the air smells like a mix of fresh-cut grass and weekend promise. I had just pulled into Oak Ridge Estates, a community I'd personally helped clean up and secure over the past 5 years as the chief of police. Not in uniform today. Just me, in linen trousers and a soft cream shirt, soaking in the morning. I was driving my recently restored 1969 Rolls Royce Silver Shadow, polished to perfection. The gate recognized my license plate and opened smoothly. But within 60 seconds of turning onto Maplewood Lane, I noticed her. Blonde bob. Dark shades. Pacing. Eyes fixed. Karen. Her real name was Deborah Miller, but no one in the HOA called her that anymore. She had made it her personal mission to protect Oak Ridge from everything she didn't understand, and that, more often than not, meant anyone who didn't look like her. Today, I was her target. She marched toward my car like she was storming the Capitol. I had barely stepped out when her mouth exploded like a grenade. You don't belong here. Who let you in? This is a private road. I calmly shut my car door and looked at her. Good morning to you, too. Don't play games. You people are always trying to sneak in here with stolen cars and fake credentials. I've already called the police. That part made me chuckle. Have you now? Good. I'll wait with you. You better not move. I'm going to make sure they take you straight to jail. She took pictures of my plates. Then of me. Then paced around my car, narrating loudly into her phone. Within 5 minutes, a patrol cruiser showed up. Officer Jenkins, a junior I personally trained, stepped out, his brows raised in confusion. Chief. Deborah spun around. You know him. Jenkins, still unsure how to process what he was seeing, nodded. Yes, That's Chief Darrell Hamilton. Chief of Police. The look on her face melted faster than butter on a Texas sidewalk. This can't be. He was just parked here suspiciously, acting like he owned the place. Jenkins coughed. That's because he does. House 47B. He's been here since 2018. She paled. I didn't know. I didn't mean. I tilted my head, arms folded. Didn't mean what? To racially profile a neighbor? To waste emergency resources on your paranoia? Or to scream into the phone like you were witnessing a bank robbery? Her voice quivered. I was just trying to keep our community safe. From me. The silence that followed was thick. Jenkins looked at me, awaiting instruction. I nodded at him slightly. Write the report. False 911 call. Racially motivated harassment. But I didn't lie. You exaggerated and weaponized a lie against a law-abiding resident. I won't have that in my community. Not in Oak Ridge. Not under my watch. She stood frozen, humiliated. The neighbors were starting to peek through their blinds and doorways. Cameras out. Whispers. The HOA board held an emergency meeting the next day. Deborah lost her seat as treasurer. Her privileges were suspended for 6 months. And a public apology was demanded. But the real story begins here. That incident opened the floodgates. I received 6 anonymous emails within 24 hours, all from longtime residents of Oak Ridge. Each detailed encounters with Deborah, dating back months. Racial slurs muttered under her breath. Reports of her stalking interracial families. Even an Asian couple who left after repeated complaints about their gardening not fitting the neighborhood's aesthetic. I'd had enough. With permission from the mayor's office and full cooperation from the HOA, I launched a community policing initiative, Oak Ridge Harmony. We created a platform where neighbors could report bias incidents anonymously. We hosted town halls on inclusion, training sessions on racial sensitivity, and even a neighborhood dinner series where cultures were shared through food. To my surprise, the support was overwhelming. Older couples came forward with stories of discrimination. Teenagers volunteered to help organize events. The local news picked it up, and soon Oak Ridge became a symbol of how community can turn conflict into conversation. Deborah, meanwhile, withdrew. Her apology was mumbled, and she moved out within 2 months. Rumor had it, she couldn't take being the center of public shame. But here's where the twist comes. 3 months later, while running an errand in a nearby town, I came across a car accident. A teenage girl's vehicle had flipped on the icy road. I pulled over immediately and radioed for backup. The driver was unconscious but alive. As we pried her out, I caught a glimpse of a necklace with a familiar charm. It was the same one Deborah used to wear. At the hospital, I stayed until her mother arrived. It was Deborah. Her eyes locked onto mine. She looked smaller, older, defeated. "Thank you for saving her." I nodded. Anyone would have. "No. You didn't have to. Not after what I did." "What you did was wrong, yes. But everyone deserves a chance to change. Maybe this is yours." She broke down right there in the waiting room. And for the first time, she apologized, not the performative kind, but the kind that changes something in the air. Months passed. Deborah became one of the strongest advocates for our community program. She organized inclusion events, spoke about her past biases, and admitted her ignorance publicly. It wasn't easy, but it was honest. Oak Ridge changed. Not just because of one incident, but because the people chose progress over pride. And me. I still drive that Rolls Royce. Sometimes, when I cruise down Maplewood Lane, neighbors wave. Kids shout my name. And I smile, knowing that justice isn't just about punishment. Sometimes, it's about presence. And perseverance. Moral lesson: never judge a person by the color of their skin, the car they drive, or the assumptions you carry. Respect should never be conditional. We must all be reminded that bias, when left unchecked, poisons communities. But accountability and education can heal. This story was humbly crafted and brought to you by Elliot Stories. Catch you on the next one. Elliot Stories appreciates you all.